because we love Seattle. We love Seattle. We want Seattle to be the best city in the world, and that way we need the good city council person that is the chair of the city council, Sarah Nielsen. Because we support her because number one, she supports the law and order, the policemen. That is very, very important. We need to support the policemen to have law and order. We want to clean up the street. We don't want any more drug dealers. We also want to support the housing program. And then we also take care of the drug person, and then so we want to clean the street and Chinatown. And Tanya Wu, and she's the host with me today, and also Tony R, and then you are helping out to make this program successful. So we want to make sure Sarah Nielsen continue to support the city council and support the Seattle, make Seattle a better place to live. So here is Sarah Nielsen. Thank you. Tanya Wu to say something.
Politicians, after election, they don't know your name, they will answer your phone, but Sarah does. I call her, she answers my phone. She responds to me, that's important. So today we want to support the right candidate that will give back to the community, It's not like being a politician, and work for the community. That's the most important thing. So let's welcome, how about Tanya? Can you say something? Yeah, co-host too.
Is this?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Your voice is loud enough.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you. That's all that cuts my gesticulating in half. Anyway, thank you, Shogun, for opening your host today. Thank you very much for your hospitality and your ongoing support. Thank you to the co-hosts, and I want to say a special thank you to you, Tony. Tony, remember that day that you met me for the very first day? It was in a restaurant at the CID, and there was a huge rally for public safety. The community this was in 2021 when I ran the first time. And somebody said, you gotta meet Tony out. And so we met each other, and the whole community was out for public safety. And ever since we've been close collaborators, yes. Anyway, I'll get to my speech. Many of you were in this room 4 years ago when I was running for the first time, and I thank you very much. At that point, remember what the city was like. It was our open spaces, our sidewalks and parks, school grounds were dominated by encampments. The Seattle Police Department was experiencing an exodus of officers due to the fact that council had pledged to defund the police by 50%. And we were reeling from the resulting meteoric rise in street crime, gun violence, and overdoses. So that's where we were 4 years ago, and you helped get me elected. And I will say that it is true that the first couple of years were a little rough for me on city council. But I was able to accomplish a couple things. I was able to pass the hiring incentive, or the hiring bonuses, so that we could build back SPD staffing levels. I established the Seattle Film Commission to grow our local film economy and also attract big productions. And by the way, did you know there has been a major production being filmed in Seattle for the first time in a long time that is actually using the Seattle urban scape to shoot locations, that are supposedly in New York. So that's a reversal. Usually movies about Seattle or maybe elsewhere, well, that has turned around. So that's in part because we put Seattle back on the map as a film city. Anyway, I digress. Also, I brought small businesses to the table and instituted the Storefront Repair Fund, because small business, and it only provides about $2,000 worth of to cover the costs of break-ins, but it's something. By the way, I am a small business owner. My husband and I own Fremont Brewing. Anyway, so those are some of the things I got done, but what I'm most proud of in my first year was getting money in the budget to fund on-demand, recovery-based addiction treatment, and that was a big accomplishment. Fast forward, 2023, I got allies Balducci. Thank you very much. I just wanted to recognize another elected in the room. I got some allies. I became president, brought the legislative department back 4 days a week, and we made public safety sexy again. You know, that was, there has been reports, so a record number of public safety bills, and we reversed the trend of losing more officers than we can hire by a net total of 1. But anyway, the point is, our efforts have been paying off a little bit on public safety, and that's been in the news. What has not been in the news is that right now, there are 2 people at Lakeside Ryland Treatment Center, right across the lake, over there in Kirkland, where I went to rehab, and they're there because of the money that I got in the budget. And I just want to read a little bit of one of the letters that this one guy wrote in hand after about a week in inpatient treatment. He said, "Getting sober is not something I could have done on my own, by myself, or without the financial help from wherever or whoever the money came from. For that, I'm extremely grateful. For the last few years, I have been disgusted by my addiction and wanted out of it, and by no means disillusioned by the idea of doing it myself. I have always known and admitted to others that I needed help to get sober and rebuild my life. Thank you for helping me." All right, that's touching. Why am I mentioning this? Here's why I'm mentioning this. Key to winning this race is going to be reminding Seattle voters who I am. Who is Sarah Nelson? I am a lifelong Democrat. I've been living in Seattle for 35 years. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and a small business owner, and I firmly believe that the only way we're going to be able to make a dent in our problems is to examine the outcomes of our investments, and if they're not working, do something different. Plain and simple, and that's what I've been trying to do. Sounds logical, right? That's what, that's why I gave the example of the drug treatment, because we've been taking another approach to that. What does that mean for all of you in real life? You're wondering, okay, yada, 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 politician. But anyway, what does that mean for you? First of all, it means doubling down on council's oversight role and holding the executive's feet to the fire, because council passes the laws, but the mayor and the executive implement them. So we need to be on the same page when it comes to implementing our public safety laws, like the stay out of the drug area in the CID and in downtown and 4 other places in this city. They do no good if they're not implemented and enforced. So that's one thing. Another big focus on is a comprehensive plan for dealing with addiction. You know, we take a nibble out of it there and a little nibble out of it there, but we really need to have a comprehensive plan, and I will be releasing a plan in the next few weeks or so. It means how many people have tried to remodel their kitchen or their bathroom or get a tenant improvement? Raise your hands. Have you tried to get a permit recently? Yeah, it's hard. We need to fix permitting. We need workforce housing in the stadium district. We need to improve the multifamily tax exemption program to get people to participate so we can get mixed income housing. I don't want to lose your attention with all this really super interesting stuff, but what I'm trying to say is that we must continue on the path that we've been down. In the last 3 years, I'll be the first to admit that change is frustratingly slow. It is slow. As a small business owner and as a resident of Seattle, I'll be the first to admit that. But we cannot go backwards. That would be the worst thing we need to do. We need to keep on going forward. And so I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. I want to stay a city council member, have no goals for higher office. I just want to fix my city. That's why I ran the first time. That's why I'm running again, because I am not finished. And I need your help to get there. So thank you very, very much for coming today. I really appreciate your support and in the conversations that we're having.
To some lovely young people there. So good to be here with you for Sarah's re-election campaign. We just, Seattle City Council have been through so many ups and downs, and now we are seeing wonderful elected officials who being steadfast, keeping public safety at the upfront, appreciative for everyone showing up here to support Ms. Nelson's re-election. It's going to be a landslide win.
The city of Newcastle, we just together, Sarah and I and a lot of council members, we were at Chinatown CID. We joined the official celebration of CID for the Lunar New Year. And thank you for coming, Sarah, because your presence speaks volume. And also, as a council member, people ask me, have you been a council member for a long time? Today, several people asked me about it. I said, I just finished my first year. And I'm so grateful and humbled to be the first elected Chinese American in the city of Newcastle's history. And here, Sarah, I just want to, from my perspective, Sarah has proven she is a strong leader. Seattle really needs her leadership, continued leadership. Because public safety is my priority. It's everyone's priority. We support our policemen. We support really good policing. And because Seattle thrives, everyone thrives. We are all in this together. I really wish you all the best, and everyone please support. I know even campaign in Newcastle took a lot of money. I didn't know that until I was running my campaign. And everyone please chip in. Also, I want to recognize the dedication and service from our King County Council member, Claudia Balducci, and also Council member Liu Chen. Actually, I just arrived here right before Liu Chen, Council member Liu Chen. We were in CID Chinatown. We marched together. Today really marked our 5th remembrance of a Chinese Devotion Act. We remember the history. That's why we feel Chinatown. We want to have a thriving Chinatown. With Sarah's leadership, we want to see Chinatown is safe and welcoming, because I'm utilizing my social media, posting about the events in Chinatown. People in Newcastle ask me, wow, so Chinatown from your pictures looks really great. The restaurant food and the people. I said, yes, getting much better. Please come to Chinatown.
You may have heard about me, but I'm going to talk about you. They were going to build a mega shelter next to the Chinatown International District, but they didn't tell us until a month before we found out. And so we were demanding a seat at the table. We wanted respect. We wanted the county and the city to come to us whenever there was any high-impact development happening around our small community. Chinatown International District is one of the most endangered neighborhoods in the nation, and that's because we lack the resources, we lack the investment, and we lack a seat at the table and representation. And so we reached out to we reached out to all of our city council members, and Council President Sarah Nelson was the only person who was willing to meet with us and to listen to us. So we all went down to her office to meet with her. And immediately, Sarah is a small business owner, and my family has Cow restaurants. Immediately, we were so thankful of all the things that Council President Sarah Nelson has done for us. With the storefront window repair fund, all of our windows have been broken, and how important that fund is. When in 2023, we were really alarmed at how 12th and Jackson had progressed despite all the efforts of the city, and we wanted to make it known that we needed help. So immediately we called together a press conference, and Council President Sarah Nelson immediately was like, how can we help? She showed up. She stood with Little Saigon and with the Chinatown community members to really bring to light what's happening at 12th and Jackson. So Council President Sarah Nelson has been immediately, and has always been a great ally, has always been very helpful, was always asking, like, what can I do to help Chinatown International District? And so that's why we have to re-elect Council President Sarah Nelson, so that we have someone who's going to fight for us, fight for our small businesses, fight for more housing, fight for public safety. Council President Sarah Nelson has really, when I was on council, been my mentor and has helped me and guide me through so many different things. And always know she was the one who transformed the City Council, changed direction of the City Council to be more focused on public safety, to help moralize and help retain more officers so that we can have that public safety and help our small businesses. And it's going to be a fight, so we cannot assume that this is going to be an easy win. We have to fight, we have to volunteer, we have to donate, we have to tell all our friends that this is the person we need for the council, because if we don't have Council President Sarah Nelson back, it's going to be disastrous and detrimental to our city. So we have to fight, and we have to stand up, and we have to make sure our voices are heard, and Council President Sarah Nelson is the person that will be able to do that and help us. Thank you.
And I'm excited to see Sarah Nelson is continuing to run for the position to move our city forward in this direction. Thank you so much.
That the county and the city work really well together. We need to be on the same page when it comes to how we provide services for public safety, for housing, for transportation, for drug and behavioral health treatment. All the things that the council chair was talking about have to happen as a partnership between our two governments, or else it doesn't work. And if you want to see a healthy community, if you want to see clean streets, people thriving, safe community, easy to get around, plenty of places for people to live, opportunity, educational, jobs, and businesses, these two governments need to work well. And so I am very proud to be a partner with Council Chair Nelson, and I hope to continue to be a partner with her when she returns to her role, and I hopefully take on my new role. And I really appreciate you all coming out. You don't have to do this. You don't have to spend your Sunday afternoons talking about local politics, but you do because it matters. Because it matters to the city and to the county that we all love and that we live in. So thank you for supporting Sarah. Thank you for giving me a moment to say, to express my support and appreciation. And I really do hope that you all do what you can to support her and help her get back to the re-election.
Be able to be here to support Sarah Nelson in her re-election. I have been in Seattle. I grew up in Seattle, but now I live in the Bellevue area. So I don't have the vote, but I want to be here because Xiaoyan had mentioned so many wonderful things about her. And we need a candidate who has good common sense, who wants to provide safety, health, housing for our community. And I'm so glad that we can have people from Seattle, people from Edmond, people from Newcastle, Bellevue, and county, right? Everybody can come together and then we can all work together. One of the things that I saw on your website is about not being divisive in politics. And I think that's very important in this time and age, that we live in a society that's very divisive, and we need to come together and unite, in spite of some of our political differences, and that we can all work together and make a better future for our community. And so I'm here to support Sarah and on your election and best wishes, and also want to wish all the candidates for the coming election. I wish you guys well, and best wishes to all of you all. Thank you very much.
And sent him a picture showing him I was here. And here's what he wrote back. She is 100% on our side, and her actions have exceeded her words. She has done more for the business than all the others combined over the years. That's pretty impressive. 100% right off the bat. And so that's the kind of leader we need. And I appreciate that she's willing to run for office and serve the community. That takes a lot.
My neighbor, John, and living next door to me, he doesn't want to speak. But I'm going to speak out for him. He said, Sarah Nelson, make the city council a different place. That's all she said. Right, John? Okay. She made the difference. She changed the style and the situation at the city council. That says it all.